This is the podcast, not an interview. This is a conversation. No gimmicks, just reasons. 84 reasons. Come holler at me.
What up, my good people? I am Ben Troop. This is 84 Reasons. No games, no gimmicks, just reasons. Today, we're going from Gainesville, but we're finna go to Tulsa. We're finna go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I know. Listen, I'm learning about these states as I go. I'm from Tulsa. I know it's a lot of other schools and that's a lot of other places in that state. We're gonna stick with Tulsa. My next guest, man, just completed his freshman season. That boy now got used to the tropical weather. Now he got to go back home, and now his bones is in that frigid cold. Ranked the number two ranked player coming out of Oklahoma, a couple of years ago. Now repping that number 7. These D tackle, these boys wearing single digit numbers. Now I couldn't even get the number I wanted. I had to beg for it. The great Chris McClellan. What's going on with you there, Chris?
What's up, man? How y'all?
I'm good now, Chris, man. Let's get to it. You listen, freshman season is done. Captain of Chaos, Sean Spencer. How is it being coached by a guy who comes with such a tremendous resume like that?
It's great, man. Like, I love Coach Spencer to death. Like, he keep it real 100% of the time. He same guy every day. I always come in to the meeting room with a whole lot of energy, a lot of juice. Keep me hyped, keep the whole D-line room hyped.
Now, Chris, most guys, when they come in as freshmen, it's hard to get playing time. It's not that you ain't good enough. It's just the scheme, the speed, the games. When did they come to you and say, "Look, man, I don't know if they told you you're not going to redshirt, G. We want you to come in ready to go."
Really, it was like after the spring, honestly, because I came in early in January, so after the spring, my coach was telling me like you need to be ready to lock in and mature fast because you have to play early for us. So I always knew I was going, kind of play as a freshman. I ain't know how much, but
yeah,
I always I was ready mentally to play.
Now, Chris, you a rare breed. You got recruited by a different dude that you playing under now. Most times, you'll pick a school because one position coach. What is my position doing going pro as far as like that type of accessibility? But Dan Muller recruited you, and then now you're under Billy Napier. And I heard you say, "Look, man, I'm locked in, man. Like this is I like the scheme." What was it about just the University of Florida to let you know whether it was Dan Muller or Billy Napier, man? I chose to be a Gator regardless.
Honestly, it was just like you say, like it was a university. Like when I first came, this is my first official visit with Florida, so I fell in love with like the people here on the campus and everything. So when it came down to it, it was really between staying home and going to Oklahoma or coming to Florida. And you see, I chose Florida because like that's really where my heart was at. So I really didn't mind who the coach was gonna be. And my thought always was like, it's Florida. Like Florida gonna always be straight, no matter what.
Now, you meet Coach Sean Spencer, right? Obviously, either he's coached them or he's had some type of impact on their life. I'm talking about guys like big cat guys who like your similar build and style. But then before you even do that, though, you walk in, right? I'm 6'3", 6'4". I'm tall, bro. I'm tall for an interior D lineman. Then Javon walks by. You go, what the hell is this? Wait. What happened to the sun? Oh, he just blocked it out for a second. Like, what is it like playing next to a guy like that, for which obviously I can appreciate Javon playing in the bowl game, even though he decided to go pro. But what is it like playing to a guy with that type of size, skill, and ability?
It's impressive, man. Like I feel like playing with Javon, like he really taught me a lot this year. Like as far as like everything from like an interior defensive lineman, because it's hard to come in from high school to transition just to go out there and do what I did. But he helped me like with everything, like learning as far as like what to do in certain situations and things like that. Him and Coach Spencer, but playing with G is like it's crazy. Like you see this big dude getting off the ball, fast, strong, knocking people back, getting to the quarterback. It's like, dang.
the hardest thing for an interior D lineman is, hey man, I know you big and tall, but you got to play low. Like you got to play like you 6 feet tall. You're like, yeah. But then the thing is too, you got a guy, because I being a former player myself, it's easier to listen to a coach that got a track record. Not saying we respect them all. But when Sean Spencer say something, you know it works. When Captain Chaos say something, you know it works. And when he looking at Javon, who this boy was going to be a top pick, no matter what school he went to, just from looking at him alone. But the buy-in, man. When I saw your game from Utah all the way to the end, I can see when it's one thing to go up against a double team. It's another thing to split it. Man, I just split this double team, bro. I almost made the play. It's another thing to say, hey, man, TFLs is how I judge D linemen. Yes, I want y'all to get sacks. TFLs mean, bro, I'm living in the backfield. That means I'm disrupting the whole run game because they can't run it over here. When did you know? At what game was it for you, Chris? You said, bro, I believe in my ability, but I do this for real. Like, what was it? A game? Was it a play that made you say, all right, bro, I see what coach mean now when he be telling me to do this in practice?
Probably Tennessee. Like Tennessee is like the game where I first started to like pop off and get a little traction. So yeah, like that's when like I realized like okay, I'm getting the hang of this now. Like I could do this consistently. Like go out there and make plays and do all that just by doing my job and stuff. So if there was one game where I realized like you know, like this is what I can do, it's probably Tennessee.
Osiris Torrance, man. I don't know where they make people like this at. I don't know where he come from. But you got a guy, right? That top guard, but he was in the Sun Belt. He comes over, him, Montreal, but you get to see him. Man, what is it like going up against the guy who this guy's about as fundamentally sound? Like, I mean, perfect hand placement. He not going, you know, take no false steps. What is it like going up against the guy for which you walking off the practice field going, hey, bro, what did you do to me that one time when you grabbed my inside shoulder? What is it like going up against a guy like that?
Nah, exactly how you said. Like Sabo is a really good player, man. Like every time I got to go against him, man, it was like I always used to ask him after practice, like Sabo, like what can I do better right here, or what did I do right, what did I do wrong? You know, just trying to get some insight because like he was the best offensive lineman in the country, so I was just trying to get as much knowledge as I can off of him, like what would work and what don't work, and I would try to like implement it in my game, you know. So yeah, it was like a pleasure.
I think you just make a great point, though, Chris. Though, when you in high school, you ain't giving nobody no tips. You in high school going up against a dude, hey man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. But in college, it's different. Cause I mean, that's my boy right there. Yeah, he gonna get me better. I'm gonna get him better. But you know you a really, really good player. When I could tell a player, hey man, look, next time I go up against you, man, don't do this. Cause in the meeting room, all I'm gonna do is the hardest thing is your momentum. You ain't never had a place to do. I'll use your momentum against you. You so forward, I'll just back up something, mess up I'll pull you down, or I'll use your leverage against you because you at the University of Florida, man, because you can play. You can rush the passer. You can disrupt a running game. You can disrupt. I don't even know why most teams run screens against y'all. Y'all boys get out there and run. If I'm a running back, here come the screen. And all of a sudden, you saying to yourself, just make him cut back. Just make him cut back, and I'm going to kill him. Your endurance level is what I'm talking about. The SEC, big time football is about, hey man, can you go on a 10-play drive and be as effective in 10th play than the first play? That's the hard thing because they're trying to wear y'all interior boys out. They were going to hurry up so y'all can't sub out. You say Tennessee game. Tennessee wants to run a lot of plays, boy. They want to run a lot. But y'all was able to battle back in that game. Yeah, you came up, a touchdown short of what may have you, but to know you went up against a style of offense, the guy Hendon Hooker, who, I hope he gets better, man, had one of the best seasons we're going to see. What was it about going up against an O-line that has a lot of different schemes that they're trying to do against y'all with an offense like that?
Tennessee's O-line, like, at first, like, I would say, like, that first couple of times, like, them boys was moving fast. We was moving just as fast as them, if not faster, because, like, our coaches said, like, our main point of defense is our speed, like, because everybody on defense was fast, so that was our main point. But, they humans just like us, and after a while, them boys started to put their hands on the hips and lean over, bent over, so that's when we knew, like, we can get back in the game because they was getting tired and all that. So yeah, they was moving fast at first, but they started to slow down. And, you know, we started delivering blows too, and it was really going like punch for punch.
O-line and D-line is real similar mentality. Y'all play with momentum. Y'all are momentum players. Hey, man, we got to shift that momentum. It's 28-20 at one point, Georgia, Florida, Georgia. What was it like? Like, all of a sudden, you're like, bro, we down 8 points, bro. Like, wait a minute, we done battled back. Like, I get it. The game didn't end up the way you wanted to. But what is that feeling like, Chris, when you saying, hey, bro, wait a minute. Nobody does this against them. They go up by 14, 15, double digits. What was that old? I know the O-line gonna say they're confident, but when you staring at when you looking at a guard, you could tell when his confidence gone. He ain't got nothing left. When it's 28-20, and Coach Spencer is saying, and Coach Tony is saying, I told y'all, when your belief, your buy-in, and your ability come together, y'all gonna be. Yes, the game. Listen, Georgia beat everybody they played this year and last year. Cool. But what was that feeling like when you look at that scoreboard and the Georgia fans, they ain't as loud right now because they going, hey, bro, this is not supposed to happen like this.
It was a great feeling, man. I'm thinking I just remembering we had came off of defense and had went down there and scored. I think it was the pass to Hendo that caught us back up, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching, I'm like, oh my God, like we back in it. Like we got these boys, like let's go. I'm getting myself juiced up, trying to get the whole defense juiced up. I'm out there saying everything, like, come on, like we got these boys, like they can't mess with us, like, you know, because that's the whole mindset we had the whole week, like, because, you know, we had like a bye week. We had just came off of playing LSU, and we like, oh, we got 2 weeks, we prepared. Last 2 weeks, we got these boys, like we had the perfect game plan and everything, so we was juiced, man. I remember being like, I'm like, okay, we back in it, like, you know, and I remember I gave everything, the Georgia game, like everything, all the effort I had.
Talking with that beast, Chris McClellan from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Number 2 recruit coming out of the state. Number 2 player coming out of the state of Oklahoma a couple of years back. Now, listen, go from the frigid cold to these beautiful temperatures, you know, in Gainesville, even though he's back home right now. But Chris, man, look, at the end of the day, you one of them ones. The D-line tradition at Florida is huge. I mean, I played with Gerard Warren, number 3 overall pick. I played with Alex Brown, you know, Dante Fowler Jr. You talk about, you know, Javon Dexter. What is it like knowing that you said, look, man, I could have stayed home, but this is Florida, bro. Like, I'm going to where I hear about, listen, can't go nowhere without hearing about the SEC. Can't go nowhere without hearing about these big bad killers that put their hand in the dirt that go up against these old linemen. Now that you've done it for a spring, you know, for a full season, man, how does it feel, man, knowing that, hey, man, not only can I survive out here, I can thrive out here?
Honestly, man, like you said, man, like, the thing about Florida is, like, it's got everything that I wanted. Like, you know, you want a legendary school, Florida is legendary. SEC, come on now. One of the best teams in the SEC historical university, great players before. There's going to be great players after me. You know, like you say, I just want to add on to that D-line repertoire. And eventually, like, you know, for a guy like me, like, I'm not just thinking about myself. I want to build for, like, the next couple teams too. Like, I hope we keep getting better players. Like, I always want to recruit guys that are better than me, you know, because, like, whenever it's all said and done, my career in Florida is over with, like, I want them to say, like, I was a great leader, you know, played with great players, and I helped build a foundation to put Florida, like, back on top.
Legacy is something that I didn't really understand legacy, man, when I came out, because, you know, it's not like it is now. You guys got so much scrutiny. Social media, everything y'all do is scrutinized. It seemed like people just walk around the facility taking pictures of y'all. I'm pretty sure you see pictures of you going, man, when you take this picture, bro? Like, what were you in the facility? Man. Or it's one thing when you got your uniform on and you going up against somebody. No, bro, this is me just walking down the street. Yeah. This is me, you know, coming out of my dorm room, or, you know, getting food. But how do you deal with the scrutiny? Because you at the University of Florida, good or bad, people expect y'all to get it done. They don't expect y'all to be human. They don't expect y'all to have feelings or emotions. God forbid if Chris respond to anybody to say anything negative. What's wrong with? How is it making sure that, hey, man, I know I'm Chris, the football player, but I'm a person too. And sometimes, hey, man, I come with mistakes. I know it's not. I know I'm not going to be forgiven the way I should be. But how do you not let the expectation of being who you are and what you represent engulf you? I guess.
Honestly, man, like I never really was like a big social media guy, and that's just come from like my parents. And like at the end of the day, like I know who I am, I know what I'm capable of, and like I'm not finna go out there and argue with a bunch of people who have nothing going on for themselves and want to just try to get on your nerves like that. So I try to just like ignore it as much as possible, and I never really respond on social media because at the end of the day, there's no point. There's no point because it's not gonna get nothing accomplished. Nothing's gonna change. Like whatever you could do, whatever you could win a Nobel Peace Prize. People still gonna have they set opinions of you, they mindset for you. So it's like there's nothing you can do at the end of the day except work harder, get better, and make it to where nobody can doubt you or have anything negative to say about you. So I try my hardest to like just stay away from it, from all the media. And a lot of the times too, like I feel like the media like twist your words too. So, I'm still learning though. Like you say, I'm still human. I ain't perfect. So I'm still learning how to use my words wisely, but I feel like I do pretty good not getting caught up by stuff like that.
Now, Chris, I gotta ask, man. I'm jealous. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there and say I'm jealous. I've seen the facility, bro. I've seen it. I've seen the locker room. I've seen the pool. I've seen the hot tub. I know y'all got chefs now. Your mama like, what did you eat today, Chris? Mom, I had this thing called asparagus. And they giving us all kind of stuff I ain't never heard of. What is it like, man, knowing, number one, for people who don't know, not being able to have to come out the locker room, come up that hill, go across the street, walk over to the practice field, do that. Just being able to, listen, I go in the facility, there go my locker. People don't understand. I'm trying to get every minute I can before I go on that practice field. I want to be out there 3 minutes before instead of I got to leave 15 minutes before just to make it there on time. How do you like the new facility, man? And I've seen these futuristic looking lockers y'all got, bro. It look like y'all on a plane on the G5. But when they finally let y'all boys come in there, because y'all saw it being built. But when you walked in there, you go, oh my freaking God, this is crazy.
Yeah, when I first seen it, it was like during fall camp. So, I'm like, whoa, like this is crazy. Like I think it's the best facility in the country, honestly. Like as far as everything, like, and they still add stuff into it. Like when we got in there, it wasn't even done. I think they said it was on like 85% complete. So they still add stuff. Like they still probably add stuff to this day while we gone. But like just to see it in full swing, it's crazy, man. Like. I'm walking around and we like, oh my God, like look at this, look at that. Like I feel like a kid in the candy shop for real, because like we looking at all this new stuff and those lockers, man. I'm telling you, they come decked out. Like they got the Norman Tech boots, wireless charging pads, so much storage. We don't even have that much stuff. We getting all this extra storage. They got dryers for your cleats, pads, and your helmets, gloves. It's fully decked out. And then, like you said, like I remember I didn't really get to. I'm thankful because I was only here to experience for one season, or not even a season. I mean, for one spring. But I remember like walking up those stairs, leaving the locker room, trying to hurry up and get over to the practice fields, and then after practice having to walk back down to the locker room under the stadium, which is still a blessing, but it was a lot, especially after practice when we done practice for 3 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes, whatever. But it's a blessing now to have everything flowing right there. And then all the amenities like the pools and the hot tub, cold tubs, all the TVs, and they got pool tables, air hockey, ping pong, and it's like a mini arcade too. So they even got a barbershop.
They have to be like, Chris, y'all can't sleep all night. No. You got to go home. You can't just be. Yeah. But that's what y'all earned, man. It's like at the University of Florida, somebody will say, "Hey, need an indoor, get it." Somebody will say, "We need a standalone football facility. How much it gonna cost? 75, 85 mil. Done. Hey, coach, we need our own parking spots. Got it. We need better food. Got it." It's almost like when you go talk to people, say, "Look, bro, the reason why we are the players we are they take care of everything we need. Away from this thing, or at least they're making it. I saw that picture that went viral. Y'all got more coaches and staff than you got players. I said, wait a minute, bro. We got about 100. Yeah, we got about 100 coaches, about like 85 players. But at the same time, you at the flagship university in the state. I ain't taking nothing away from that team. You know what I'm saying? On the Panhandle, I ain't taking nothing away from that team down south. They ain't Florida, man. They ain't. When did you know? You're like, bro, this is different. Cause yeah, you a big time football player. You turned down a lot of big time offers to come to Florida, but was it an experience you've had? Do you say to yourself, dude, this is crazy? Like, I know I go to Florida, but people go crazy when they see us.
Honestly, man, I probably said that first game, like, I was so that was probably the loudest. And then I know it was an away game too, but honestly, my favorite game is probably Tennessee. Like that environment, like even though it was mixed, like because it was a lot of Florida fans gonna show out regardless, but that was crazy. Like the Tennessee game was probably the loudest environment I've ever been in. Tennessee and Utah. Like when Bernie got that pick, I was like, oh yeah, like this is Florida. Like, you know. And it reminded me, like when I was getting recruited, I had came to the Bama game 2 seasons ago now. Whenever they was, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
oh, they had you hooked. So they made sure we're gonna make sure we bring them to the Bama game. Because now when you look at recruiting a little bit different, you be like, okay, this stuff, they ain't just asking, hey Chris, we want you to come on this weekend. That stuff is strategic. Hey man, I want to show him the atmosphere. I hope the team plays well, which they did. Yeah, it was a losing effort, but the game was incredible. You said that first game, you run out. It's one thing when I got on my Florida stuff, but I'm a recruit. I'm gonna go through the whole now, put on my uniform, this, that, and third. But now you suiting up, you driving through campus, then you got Gator walk, which is crazy. Then you put, listen, you get to the stadium, there go your jersey, there go that 7, there go McClellan on the back. You put that thing on, and all of a sudden, you run out. Like, not for those who don't know, you got the initial run out, you know, then you do your like individual stuff. When you finally ran out, when they said, and you run out, what was that feeling like to say, bruh, I'm about to, no, forget that. You run out, national anthem, whatever they do. When Coach Spence go, Clee, let's go. What? You in next play. What was it like running out? Listen, you watching the game, everything's going good. Chris, you up next. Yeah. Don't give me that wide eye. What was it like, Chris, running out there the first time, getting the call from Ventrell, and it's time to do it?
Man, honestly, it was a whole lot of emotions going through. Like I was excited, like finally I'm getting to go in to play my first college snap. Then I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my God, like, I never played in front of this many people before. And then it was like anxiousness because I'm like, dang, like I hope I do good. Like I wanna go out there and make a big play the first time, you know, make a great first impression. But honestly, man, like went out there, I was a little starstruck at first. I remember looking up, like looking into the crowd, feeling like everybody's eyes was on me, watching everything, and then shoot, they called the call, I had to get down, did my job, and shoot, I think I went in for like 2 plays and came right back out. I did good. Don't held my gap, you know. But it was it was a good feeling though, man. And then snap started improving and it just went up from there. But at first I was nervous. It was a mixture of nervousness and excitement. But I feel like I was like a little bit more excited than nervous.
Billy Napier, man, he's a detailed guy. He wants y'all to know not just the scheme and the coaches. He wants y'all to know each other. I hear y'all get this little thing. They got all the players' faces on and what school they went to, where they from, how many siblings they got. How much better does it make you as a player to know, not only even though Javon he's a father now, but y'all know he's having man, I know he getting ready to have his son. When you know the guy next to you, not just the guy next to you, I know the kicker, I know the punter, I know the long snapper. How much better does it make you go out there and play when I know why guys are playing the way they play?
Coach Napier often say like you got to know the whole organization, so it go past the players and stuff. Like he wants to know the janitorial staff, the chefs, the equipment guys, trainers, everybody. So he make an effort not for us to just know our teammate, but to know the whole facility, to know the whole organization. Because if everybody's on the same page, we can only go up. So I feel like it makes it a whole lot better though. Like when you know every guy's story and know everybody's background and like know what everybody comes from. So whenever it's time to like give guys motivation, like it's easier, like because you know what they come from, like they struggle and they know yours, so y'all know why y'all got to keep each other motivated to keep pushing.
The sound y'all hear is that of number 7. No, we're talking about Chris McClellan from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all, but if you don't know, you're gonna get to know. Just finished his freshman season, getting ready for some big things. Captain Chaos said, look, man, I got something for this young dude, him and Princely and those guys gonna be coming back. I'm looking forward to it. But Chris, man, what you talked about your family earlier, man. What do you say to them? Because when you're getting recruited, you were one of the ones that I had a plethora of options. I can go really wherever I want to go. Your parents have a lot to do with it when it comes to them summer tournaments, man. I mean, all the stuff you have to do to get high school football is one part, but all the extra training to going to these different camps, growing up on the camp circuit. Understanding that, Mom, I might leave this state. The likelihood of me leaving this state to go play college football is very, very high. That's a culture shock too. I spent my whole life in Oklahoma. Now I got to go to a total different spot. What do you say to your parents, man, who definitely had a lot to do with you becoming what you became?
Honestly, my parents was always like on board with wherever I wanted to go because they got this mentality like it ain't nothing to get a flight. We could come see you anytime. So they was never really tripping about that. They always just told me I need to go where I'm going to be happy at because at the end of the day, they're not going to be there with me. It's going to be me, myself, and I. So I had to make a life for myself wherever I was at. So wherever I felt most comfortable doing that, that's where I felt like they was like, okay, you need to go there, and that was Florida. So that's the most important thing. Like my parents, they know they raised me right, so they never was really like hesitant or anything for me to leave the state. They encouraged me to actually because they said, they always told me like to grow as a better person, a better man, like you need to leave the state and be on your own because that forces you to make decisions without like having to rely on your parents.
And Chris, man, before I let you out of here, I see you got the locks in your hair. I know you down there in Florida to where you realize real quick, before we came on, you said, no, bro, I'm from Tulsa. But see, now you in Florida, right? You done heard all about Duval and Jacksonville. You done heard about Tampa. You done heard about Lakeland. You done heard about Broward County. You done heard about Dade. What is it about Oklahoma that your teammates say, hey, bro? Yeah. I'm from the middle of America, but we get down too, bro. We ain't a bunch of cowboys and tumbleweeds and people riding around on cow. Y'all need to get it out your mind, bro. Like, what is it about Tulsa? What is it about cats from Oklahoma like yourself that now your teammates can say, all right, bro, I'm gonna come to Oklahoma, but I got to make sure I'm with you. How much have your teammates learned about what y'all do in Oklahoma?
They learned a lot, man. I had to let them boys know though, because they was trying me at first, because they thinking like, what is this state? Like, who from Oklahoma? Like, a lot of the boys never even met nobody from Oklahoma, so I had to let them boys, know what's up. But yeah, they know what's up, man. Like, I told them boys, and they can say like anybody from Oklahoma gonna be the most reliable, respectful teammate they got, and they know like we don't play out here at all. So that's really it.
Reliability, respectability, coachable, great teammate, and the best is yet to come. If whatever you saw in 2022, if you like what you saw, hey man, sit down, get ready, get your pop. This is just the beginning right here. I ain't leave Oklahoma to come down here just to be a Gator. No, I want to be one of them ones and say, hey man, I'm pulling all them boys out of Oklahoma. I'm saying, listen, yeah, I know Oklahoma is coming to the SEC, but no, they coming to Florida. They I don't know what they do in Norman. May God bless them. This is Gainesville where it goes down. If you're not a Gator, you a Gator hater. It don't matter what you say anyway. You just mad because you ain't us. We us, you be you. We gonna be us. We ain't gonna make no mistake, no excuse about it. But Chris, at the end of the day, please stay healthy. Please keep this mindset you got, man, to where you want to be a great player, but you want to be an even greater teammate. That's the hardest thing to learn. I want to be great, but I want us to be great together. That's what Coach Sean Spencer is trying to instill in y'all boys. And look, I ain't seen you get the dunk on him yet. I saw him throw Javon an alley, man. You got to tell him to throw you an alley so you can dunk on him. You know, it don't take much to dunk on him. He ain't the tallest guy in the world. But at the end of the day, Chris, man, I appreciate you taking the time, man. I will be watching. You're going to be easy to find. I mean, D-linemen used to wear D-line numbers. Now I'm 7, I'm 2, I'm 6, I'm 4. Hey, but look, if you want number 7, make number 7. Make number 7 greater D-line. I ain't mad at you, man. I'm jealous when y'all boys get over that all orange.
I might. Hey, look. 7 great, but let me say this, man. I always like number 1.
Oh, wait. So, Coach Nathan, listen. This is an exclusive. For those of you who don't know, right? Number 1 in Florida is exclusive, and only 2 people get to wear. 1 on offense, 1 on defense. So Chris is already putting that. I don't know if y'all made no decisions in the front office yet, Billy Nate, but if you're looking for a candidate for that number 1, he's from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's about 6'3", 6'4". He got locks in his hair. He's easy to find. So basically what he's saying is, if anybody in 2023 has a number 1, he better be a beast. He better be a bad boy. Because Chris, like, listen, boy, don't be wearing that number 1 if you ain't gonna do it no justice. We can switch jerseys during the game. I can give you this 7. I can give you, at the end of the day, Chris, hey, if you do get to wear that 1, I don't know, you've earned it. That 1 is Brent. I don't know. Have we ever had him? Oh, I know Brenton Cox had number 1 this year, man. I'm gonna have to get Brenton on. But if it goes from Brenton and it just slides inside to you, but listen, I will say this though. At least it's gonna look like number 1. Cause Big Dash, that's the smart. So listen, that 2 won't be so. It'd be so. But listen, when you see Big Dash, tell Big Dash, never ever let. Listen, you got a quarterback, he's right there. Just stiff arm, and don't be trying to switch hands, but get in the zone, man. Trying to switch hands for a big game. But no, man, I appreciate you, Chris, taking time, man. I mean, Tulsa, Oklahoma, we appreciate y'all for letting this young man see the brighter side and come down to G-Ville when it's a little hotter. Hey, man, stay healthy. I know you're getting ready for the summer workout, winter workouts, because for those who don't know, winter workouts is college football. That's when you have serious doubts, like, do I really want to do this, bro? Because this is crazy. This is crazy, but stay healthy, man. I know 2023 going to be even better than 2022. For those people who think, we got them boys from Florida, keep thinking that way. Because it ain't going to – listen, we got to go to Utah first game of the year. I don't know where Utah is. I just know it's way out west, way out there. That's a long flight. But, no, man, this is 84 Reasons. No games, no gimmicks, not my reasons, his reasons. He is Chris McClellan. He represents Tulsa, Oklahoma. If you don't know, ain't no tumbleweeds, bro. Ain't no cowboys out here, bro. Ain't no tight jeans out here. I'm the most reliable, right? I'm the most dependable. I'm the most relatable. But if you got your hand in the dirt and you play guard and you got another color jersey, I got a problem with you. We'll get a lot of on Saturday afternoons, man. I am being true. He is Chris McClellan, and we out here.